As a student, we might have came across various stress and pressure in this society. In that, very important pressure is getting high marks. So people used to say that if you study certain books thoroughly, you will get high marks in your exams, you will get into good school, reputed college, you will get a great job, and you will have a handsome of salary, a beautiful wife, beautiful life. So people used to cook up these theories. But whether memorizing a book top to bottom and getting high marks in exam is just enough for a student? Definitely not. So in this video, we are going to look about 4 important things which every student should know apart from their books and marks. But unfortunately, in our country, most of the students are unaware of that. So let's look about it. If you are a student, please check out this video till the end and share it with your friends. This is your Think Vision and I am your TN Kumaresan. Getting into the content, whatever course may be, whether he might be a medical student, engineering student, science student, art students, whatever, or architect, agriculture, whatever course may be, he should know 4 important things. The first important thing is conferences to gain knowledge about their field. The second important thing is workshop, so to get skill and technical nuances. The third important thing is internships, so they could apply their knowledge and skill acquired. And the fourth important thing is fellowships, so we can take it as an achievement or a support to our goal. So let's look about each and everything in detail. First thing, conferences. So we call it as development of knowledge. So what we know of a conference, if someone say conference, I will remember conference call. So the same thing applies here. What we will do in conference call, different people from different background speak about a single topic. So same happens here. People from different background, like if I conduct a conference on bioremediation or environment related thing, we will conduct a conference, and people from different background, from physics, chemistry, from engineering, medicine, political, like different people come gather and share their perspective on this topic, so that we will get a wide range of knowledge in a single topic from different perspective. This is the main motto of conference. So we can call this conference as a symposium, seminar, webinar. It varies upon the population which is there. So if it is conducted in a wide scale, with a large scale, it is called as conference. If it is small, we call it as symposium. It is very too small, we call it as seminar. If it is conducted in internet, we call it as webinar. So, and as I said, it varies about the population. We can classify as state level, national level, and international level. So it varies upon the people who participate in that. And the next important point is we can be either a participant or a presenter. So what is the difference between this? Participant, if you are a participant, you're able to gain knowledges. Okay, these people are saying about this, so you can gather knowledges. And presenter means if you are working on that topic, if there is a topic is bioremediation, you have a project related to bioremediation, you can present your project there, so that you will deliver knowledge to some other people, your perspective on that issue. Last important point is whether it is paid or free. So to be frank, most of the conferences are paid, but there are more available free conferences also. But if we pay, we can expect for lunch from that conference. So just kidding. The second thing is workshop. We can call it as development of skill. So to develop the skill, what we need? Practical knowledge, right? We have to work on it. So this is the thing which workshop gives us. And compared to conference, the workshop seem to be the next level, because in conference we will have discussion about a specific topic, like recent trends in something, a new topic, or we will be discussing about, we will get information. But in workshops, we will have activity, like we will have the hands-on training. So it helps us to equip our skill much more better. And coming to the time period, it can be 1-day workshop or 10-day workshop or even a month. So based on the field we choose. And the most important thing is most of the workshop will have limited seats. So if you see conference, there will be many people, like as much as an auditorium or a hall will accommodate. But coming to the workshop, there will be, we have to provide missionaries, we have to provide practical knowledge, right? So they will be limiting the seats, like there will be only 15 or 20 students for a workshop. And coming to the last point, whether it is paid or free, it is just same like a conference. So there are most of the workshops are paid, and there are some free workshops too. Till now we have gained knowledge and practical knowledge, skill, right? So we need a place where we can apply our knowledge, right? So internship is a place where you can apply our skill. In simple words, we can call it as professional learning experience, where you convert your knowledge into experience. So for example, if you want to work in Google, so Google is your dream work, but you cannot just get it straight into Google, right? So you have to work in a small firm, a small computer company for 2 months, so that you will get experience. So to gain experience, you can work as an intern for a small company where you can address the issues, how you overcome your problems, how you they will analyze your skills. Okay, this is your performance. So you will gain knowledge about your work, which may help in your when you work in Google, right? So this is how it works. This is we call the internship. There are some internship where you get some pay. You will get some salary like a mini job, but there are most of the internship like they won't give any pay or stipend. And coming to the next point, it should be at least for a month. So you are gaining experience, right? So it should be at least for a month, and it can extend up to 6 months or 1 year. It can be intern as long as you wish. And the most important point is you require certain criteria to be an intern. So if you think about conference or workshop, it just need a passion or interest. But in coming to the internship, you need some criteria like you need some qualification, because it is just a experience, work experience, right? So that you will need some qualification like you need some certain skills, you need some certain percentage, like that things will happen. So thereafter, based on some many scrutiny, you will be get selected for some internships. To the last point, whether it is paid or free, and there are some paid internships also, so where you will give money and gain the work experience. But there are some internships like national level internships where you will get paid, you will get stipend for learning these skills. But getting into that internships are very hard. You will require many, you have to qualify many criteria. So these are about the gist of internships. The fourth important thing is scholarship and fellowship. We can call it as aid for education and work. So you may think, we said like before, right, there are paid conferences, paid workshop, paid internship. So you might think that money plays an important role, that whether poor or middle class people can't afford of this experience or this techniques. But these scholarships and fellowships help us to get into that. So if you have any financial crisis, you can just check out for scholarship and fellowships available. If all your eligibility criteria applies under that condition, you can just apply for it and get financial aid. So if you get a financial support, you can just pursue your career, right? So this is the main important thing that every student should know. But we have to remember that it is a short-term funding, because they will not be providing us for a long time, right? And it is very highly competitive. They won't be giving money easily. They will be checking, there will be lot of scrutiny, and after that only we will getting that funding. And it is where we have very limited seats, because there are numerous scholarship and fellowships in India, and for our many different streams, but there will be limited seat for certain scholarships. It can be state level, national level or international level, based on the place where we apply. And most importantly, these scholarships and fellowships require many criteria. Like you cannot just easily get a scholarship or fellowship. It's more like achievement. So only we call it as aid or achievement. Hope you might have got a better picture about conference, workshop and internship fellowships. Now we shall discuss about advantages and disadvantages. This first advantage is you will get exposure to new informations, new technologies, so that you will get a better knowledge while attending these different conferences and different workshops. And you will be able to meet up new people, so you will be able to make up new friends, GF, BF, good friends, best friends, so that you will get a new contacts, and which will help you in a career. Second advantage is if we attend different conferences and workshops, we will have different perspective of same thing, so that it will widen our knowledge, our skill and everything. So coming to the disadvantage, this might look funny, but it is the reality. If you attend a conference or workshop which is not related to you, or you are not interested in that, but you are attending, it will be like hell. Because some professor or some researcher will be talking about something very deeply, intensely, emotionally, but you can't understand even a single word, and you will be like, what the hell is going on? And you will be sleeping in the back seats. So it will be a horrible experience if you attend a conference which is not interesting. So it is one of the drawbacks. So better you will attend your conference or choose your workshop selectively, like which is interesting and which is important for your career. So the moral of the video is, if someone pressures you to study, mark is important, mark is your life. So just say to them that mark is just a number, I have my skills to achieve my dreams. So there are many more opportunities around us. So just choose your interest and chase your passion. Good luck. If you love this video, please like it, comment your opinions on the comment section, please share it with your friends and family, especially students, and most importantly, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Follow us on the Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and the link of the pages in the description. Please do check it. Bye.